I don't know how this man smiles. Dan Andersen, the man that's pretty much responsible for the ladder system cars of the Mazda Road to Indy, and I've been doing this for 46 years, and racing people are pretty sarcastic, and there's not a lot of things that racing people
cynical.
So very cynical, sarcastic, and there's this thing sucks. But what I've not heard in the last 6 months, I've never heard quite as many people talking in positive tones about Indy Lights as they have with your new car and the engine package with the turbocharged Mazda. And you kind of get that. Have you kind of got that? Heard that same vibe?
It's been very gratifying, the response to the whole Mazda Road to Indy and the package that the new IL-15 represents. It's the partners that we've assembled in that program have been awesome, and the prototype testing went flawlessly.
The other thing is a team with the history of a Carlin, they get involved. Because the other thing we heard, that's a nice looking car, but it's too expensive. Nobody's going to buy it. There aren't going to be 10 cars next year. Now it's starting to look like, hell, there might be 20 cars at the season opener. And when Carlin comes along, just talk about what your personal reaction was when they called and said, hey, we want to get in this.
I actually met with Trevor Carlin up in Toronto and have known of his interest for many months, and they wanted to announce in their old time frame, but I was anxiously awaiting that announcement because I knew that it was a game changer. They are a very highly respected European Formula car team involved in so many different levels over there, and they recognize that North American racing, not just Indy Lights, I think their plan is to be an IndyCar team. This is where they want to make their future, and that's exciting. I think it's terrific.
You had to keep that secret for 4 months, brother.
Yeah, and I'm not usually good at keeping secrets.
Nobody in racing can keep a secret.
It was fun to know it, but anxious to get it out there. But there are others coming too, but I'm not going to break any news yet.
How do you respond to that when people say, oh, it's too expensive? Well, all race cars are too expensive, but break down what you think that you can do for people with this package that you've got now.
Well, it's a very highly technical car, technological car, and the test drivers, as I mentioned earlier today in the press conference announcement, the test drivers, Joseph Newgarden, James Hinchcliffe, Scott Dixon, Connor Daly, Tristan Vautier, they all had the same feedback on the package, that it reacts the same as an Indy car. When they make changes to make the car sweeter, the changes result in the same performance change. So the training is far better than it was in the other Indy Lights car. And that's good because when a kid comes out of Indy Lights and tries to make his bones in IndyCar, he doesn't have to spend a year learning a completely different car. He's already driven a car that reacts very similarly, and maybe he'll catch on with the team a whole lot quicker than in the past. That's exciting to me. It
is, but then you also look at a guy like Jack Hawksworth. He was an Indy Lights winner the year before, and he came into Indy cars, and he was Jack the Bear. I mean, with a small team, he was very impressive. So I think it's always had that potential to train a kid pretty well.
Absolutely. The series has a great legacy. As John mentioned, 19 of the 33 starters this year. I mean, guys like LAO and Tony Kanaan came out of Indy Lights, and so many more. It's been a great series. It's been on downtimes recently, but I think this new car has refocused people on Indy Lights and the whole Road to Indy ladder.
Did you have that feeling, like, it was tough last year when there were 8 or 9 or 10 cars, and people were going, oh, this is a joke, we can't have, but did you, in the back of your mind, were you like, just give us a little time, we're gonna knock your socks off with this new package?
Well, I'm nothing if not an optimist, and I'm also very stubborn. So it was a little challenging this summer. Some of the current teams were expressing displeasure with the pricing, and frankly, it's interesting that the new teams coming in had no problem at all with the pricing, because in Europe the cars are far more expensive. We put together a very sophisticated package. The price point is a value for what it is, but it is admittedly a capital investment for a team. It's a challenge. So yeah, I was nervous this summer, hoping that the steamroller would start with car sales, and it has. The teams have all stepped up now. I'm glad to see Schmidt coming in with 4 cars, Andretti's coming in with at least 2, Bilardi's in, Carlin 8-star, which is a very strong sports car team, is in, and several other teams that are all coming with us this year. I think we'll have, as I've been saying, 16 to 20 cars. The folks at Dallara tell me 18 at least on the grid at St. Pete. I hope they're right.
Awesome. He rescued F2000, Mazda, and now he's going to save the Atlantic Series. Show him your
Atlantic. What are you talking about?
Sorry, the Light Series. Dan, show him this. See this ring? This man has a wife who lets him own race car series is.
43 years, Robin. 43
You
years.
better be getting her some nice anniversary presents, son.
I should send her flowers today. I've been away all week.
Did you tell her the real truth about what this stuff costs?
No, I do the books.
Big Dan, thanks for your time. Good luck for the season. We're looking forward to 2015.
Thanks very much for the time, Robin.
Robin Miller, RACER.com, RACER TV. Thanks for watching.